So what do you do if your kid says, I want to be a YouTuber or a content creator or even a TikToker? I've had this topic kind of stewing in the back of my head for a very long time, for like a couple of years, and I have a lot to say about it. So what the heck? I'm going to make a YouTube video, of course. Now, if you're the type of parent who likes to notice your kids' natural talents and interests and their kind of innate abilities and skills, and you want to actually support them in finding ways to use those skills and interests and talents as they're thinking about career paths and what they want to learn and study as they become adults in this world and need to make a living for themselves, then this video is for you. But if you're the type of parent who wants to push your kid down a career path just because, maybe that career is in demand, or it seems like you could make a whole bunch of money doing this and it's going to be really prestigious, then this video is probably not for you. I graduated from high school in the year 2000, and I remember every time I went into the guidance counselor's office, there was this bookshelf that was floor to ceiling of books, career encyclopedias, and you could open up these books and just look up careers, and it would tell you about what the career did, what was required in terms of degrees, and it also told you the median salary and whether this was an in-demand job or not. I just remember looking through there and seeing plumbing in demand. And I just remember thinking, yeah, but what if you don't want to be a plumber? What if all the jobs that are in demand are things that you're not even really interested in? Don't get me wrong. Of course, you don't want to study something or set out to have a career that there is zero demand for. But I do think that it is possible. I know that it is possible to take interests, passions, innate abilities, and skills that somebody has as a young person and fit them in with in-demand career paths. And the reason why I say that is because when I graduated from high school, those encyclopedias of careers didn't list YouTube, didn't list content creation, didn't list blogging, didn't list working with brands or influencer marketing or TikTok. None of the things that I do in my business right now existed when I was in high school. And this is one of the reasons why I feel really passionate about this topic, because careers are created all the time. And so if your kid says, oh, I want to be a YouTuber, maybe they grow up and YouTube doesn't even exist. Maybe TikTok doesn't exist, but something else exists. And if they have the desire now, the interest now, steer them in that direction so that they can evolve with the industry. So when your kid says, I want to be a YouTuber, what they're really talking about is content creation. And that is a career. It could be a career where you work for yourself, like me, or it could be a career where you create content. That's your job. You do that for your employer. You're working in the marketing department or the sales department. It's a real job. And it's one of the only career paths out there that you can, a kid can start doing. You can actually do the thing, do the actual career before you even leave high school, before you even get into high school. I think what happens, because I see this and I hear this, and I've had my own kid come home from school and reiterate what a teacher told them about, you'll never be able to be a YouTuber and make money at doing that, as a whole separate video. Because I hear these things, I know that there are people my age and older especially who think that's crazy, that's wild. How could you ever do that? How could you ever be successful? I mean, the worst thing you could possibly do to a kid is give them reasons why the thing they want to do when they grow up isn't possible for them, right? I mean, why would you do that? Like I said, that's another video, and that's a whole complete rant that I'm not going to go down. My point is, I think it's hard for people to see the different components of content creation as being worthy endeavors and worthy career paths. They just think you make a video, you upload it to YouTube, that's the whole thing, and that's really not it. That's not it. It's one part art, it's one part science. Guys, YouTube is run by an entire algorithm. What do you think that is? It's math. It's math, it's science, it's technology, it's business. It's all of those things wrapped up in one really fun, really exciting, and yes, really in demand career path. So how can you support your middle school or high school aged kid, or even elementary aged kid who says, I want to be a YouTuber when I grow up? Number one, I think you should ask them why. What is it about that sounds interesting to you, that sounds fun to you? There's any number of answers that they can give you, but really dig deep into why. Is it the technical aspect? Do you want to use cameras? Do you like videography? Do you like editing? Do you like software? Is it that aspect that you really like in this creation? Do you like writing stories? Do you like creating scripts? Do you like doing storyboarding? Those are three different kind of components of sort of areas where you could support a kid based on what they're interested in. Now, my 11-year-old says she wants to be a YouTuber. And so what she has done is figured out how to edit them. In fact, she was using CapCut to edit her videos. And then I started using CapCut to edit my short form videos, my YouTube shorts and things like that. And we both kind of at the same time realized, you use CapCut? I use CapCut. She's tried a bunch of different editors on her iPad. And just the other day, I noticed her doing something on my laptop, and she showed it to me, and she had made an animation, like a Roblox animation. And she showed it to me, and it was animation software, which if you've ever created a video, it is nothing compared to animation software. Nothing. And she's in there like moving keyframes and making this little thing animate. And I'm like, how do you know how to use the animation software? Like, you're 11. And she was like, I don't know, I just did it. I know that supporting her in creating, editing, being creative at creating digital stuff is going to be beneficial to her because she's interested in it. She has some kind of innate ability and skill. Whereas if she had started storyboarding, like a little short film or something, I would know she's interested in scripting, the story creation of creating videos, and you could steer your kid in that direction. So that's number one. Ask them why, and then you know how to support them as they get older, as they get further along in their education. The second thing I would say is have them actually do it. If they want to be a YouTuber, when they grow up, they can be a YouTuber now. They can create videos now. They can create videos and not even upload them to YouTube. If you're worried about it being posted somewhere, they can still create videos. They can create videos that only you can see. They can create videos that only their friends can see. The creation of the videos is like a skill and a process that they can learn and develop on their own. You know, we give our kids paper and crayons when they're, as soon as they can hold a crayon, we're like, oh, get a piece of paper in front of them. It's not any different with creating digital art, and videos are digital art. So that's number two, is have them do it. Encourage them to actually do it. If they need your help with figuring out an idea or a project, then help them with that. And let you be the audience for them. Be excited to watch what they create. The third thing I would say is when they get to high school or they start looking at colleges and they have to actually choose topics or choose a degree program or what they're going to major in, or, things like that. Video production, video editing, graphic design, storytelling, creative writing, audio production, communications, graphic communications, business, marketing. Those are all great majors or areas of study or classes that they would want to be looking at. I mean, all of them, ideally. I mean, as a content creator, I use all of those things. And I know we get kind of stuck in our brains. I think we're kind of trained as a society to like, oh, you want to do this as a career? Oh, well, then you should definitely go to college and study this. This should be your major. It's really not that black and white for content creation at all, because you could go get a degree in like content creation and still be really bad at what you do and have no hireable skills. Like, anyone who's going to hire you to create videos, shoot videos, edit videos, be in videos is going to want to see the work that you have done, right? And so that's why point number 2 was have them actually do it, because there's no reason at all why any company hiring for this type of job would need to see a degree. Does a degree show that this person can show up to things and do the work and accomplish something and accomplish big goals? Yes, of course. But the degree does not show that they can do the work that the degree says that they can do. The work that they've done is what shows that they can do the work they say they can do. So what do you do if your kid says they want to become a YouTuber? Take it seriously. It's a real career path. Ask them why they want to do that so that you can support them in the directions that they say they're interested in. Number 2, have them do it. Encourage them to do it. Give them the tools and the support to do it and be their first audience. And number 3, know what courses, programs, topics, or majors they should be looking at in high school and college if they choose to go to college, so that what they're actually learning pertains to what they actually want to do. I mean, that sounds kind of like a no-brainer, but it's kind of hard to know what direction to send kids down. If you have any questions for me, or if you have anything to add to this conversation, if you're a teacher, an educator, a guidance counselor, hit me up in the comments. I would love to hear your opinion on this, both as a parent and as a content creator myself. And if you're totally new here to this channel, my name is Meredith Marsh, and I help you create videos that make money through online business and content creation and YouTube itself. So if you're into that, make sure you hit subscribe on your way out.